Flylady Diane here. We already have the timer up and running. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be working in Zone 5 and I hope you are dressed to shoes. Yep, I've got my ones on. Get your sleeves ready, rolled up, and let's get going. So we are working in Zone 5. As I've told you before, it's up to you. You can either declutter in in Zone 5, which is the living room, the den, the family room, or you can do some detail cleaning. I'm going to be doing some detail cleaning. You just do what you can. So first of all, I'm going to be doing the corners of the ceilings, because we tend to get an awful lot of cobwebs in the corner. So that's what I'm doing. I've kind of disappeared slightly to the left of the camera here. I'm up on a little footstool that we have, and I'm just using my feather duster just to dust all those corners. And what I normally do is I just start in one area of the room and work round clockwise. But remember, you don't have to be deep cleaning your living room today. If you want to declutter, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. I've got the timer running, so you don't need to worry about time. We will stick to the 15 minutes. And after that, we get to take a break, pat ourselves on the back, and go off and do something else. And if you're going to be decluttering in the living room, Zone 5, I hope you are ready to declutter with 3 bags. One is going to be your giveaway bag. You're going to have a throwaway or recycle bag. And also you're going to have a bag for the items that maybe need to go in another part of the house. And, just pick up each item and decide there and then, do you need it? Do you want it? Do you use it? If you don't need it, want it, use it. If you don't have a space for it, then out it goes. And you're just going to put it into your bag. Whether it's, if you're going to give it away to a friend, co-worker, take it to the thrift store, or maybe you're going to throw it into the trash or the recycling, or else you're going to put it somewhere else in your house. Now, as you can see, I am detail cleaning Zone 5, the living room. And as I've said to you before, you can look on the flylady.net, the website. There are missions posted Monday to Friday. You can pick any of those. You can pick something from the detailed cleaning list, or you can just do whatever needs done in that zone. And remember, if you don't have 15 minutes, just do 5, just do 10. It all counts. Now, the zone cleaning, this is different from weekly home blessing. The weekly home blessing is where we do a quick surface clean of the main areas in the house. Zone cleaning, what I'm doing right now, this is the chance where we actually get into the corners, and you can see I'm getting those cobwebs down. I'm dusting around the bookcases and underneath. On weekly home blessing, once a week, we're just doing a quick surface clean. And then in combination with that, we have the zone cleaning, and we're going around each zone of the house every week. So this week we're working on, the living room. Another week we will be working on the kitchen. Another week we will be working the master bedroom. Do you see? We're just focusing on one area at a time. Now, I can see that I am just giving my feather duster a shake outside. I've got a lot of cobwebs there, and I even managed to pick up a spider and throw him outside. I didn't want to squash him, because as we say in Scotland, if you squash a spider, it will rain the next day, and we've had plenty of rain. So I try to just get them on my feather duster and put them outside. And maybe you're not doing feather dusting in the ceiling. Maybe you are vacuuming. Maybe you are detail dusting. Let's just work together. Remember, you don't need the same tools as I do. Just use what you have. You don't need to go out and buy new stuff. We've all got plenty of cleaning equipment right there. Just use what you've got. Now I am putting back the little stool, and I'm finished with the feather duster. And I think the next job that I am going to be working on is vacuuming, or hoovering, as we like to call it in Scotland. Oh, I just see I got a bit more dust with my feather duster. And I was off camera there to the right, and I was doing around the doors. Oh, here we are, and I'm just checking the timer. We have spent 5 minutes out of the 15. So I think that was basically it for me for detailed dusting in this room. I got underneath, the legs of all the tables. Oh, what am I off to do now? Yeah, that's me finished with feather dusting. What shall I do now? Yep, there I go. I'm going for the vacuum. And when I vacuum, I like to pull out the cord as far as I can get it, and I plug in one in the kind of the center of the room. That way I'm not having to, unplug and plug in all the time. I just do what I can from one spot. And you'll also see probably, unless you're busy decluttering right now while I'm working on cleaning, I don't even bother getting out all the fancy tools for the vacuum. I just use the little nozzle on the end of the vacuum to get right into the corners. And I've disappeared off camera again. That's because I'm starting at the door, which leads out into the hall, and I'm going round all the areas. There we are. Oh, I'm back in picture again. And I just, take the nozzle and get right down to the skirting boards or the baseboards. And because I've feather dusted first, if there's anything that's fallen down, I will get that with the vacuum. There we are. Now you may also have seen that the camera just changed there slightly. What happened was the telephone rang, as it always does when you're in the middle of something. So I had to stop the timer and start again, but there we go. We're just getting on with things. Doesn't have to be a perfect video. And while I have the vacuum out, I'm just hoovering some of the furniture while I go. I'm just working around my living room in clockwise fashion. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, just do what you can. You don't need to be lying flat out underneath furniture and moving everything. Just get as much done as you can in the time. Because we really can do a lot when we put our minds to it and just focus on the job. Oh, here I am. I'm just rolling up the blinds. We have a door out to the deck outside, so I'm just giving that a really good hoover, and there's a little mat there, so that's getting done too. And hopefully, if the weather improves a bit in Denmark, it's going to be spring very soon on the 1st of March. Hopefully we will be able to get outside and enjoy the garden. Right, and I am underneath our bookcases at the moment, and I'm getting right behind the television, and that's the area where we keep the DVDs and the Wii and all the Wii games. And you know yourselves, there's quite a lot of dust builds up behind those, and then behind the plant, and then I'll probably be getting into the sides of the piano. So if you're decluttering, keep on going with that. Remember, the point of these videos is not that you've to watch me doing my cleaning or decluttering, but just to feel like, I'm your friend, I'm there with you, and we're just helping each other out. So I'm just getting, as I said before, I'm not taking out the special hoover, the vacuum, all the different attachments. I'm just using the little nozzle on the end to get right down to the baseboards, to the skirting boards, and doing as much as I can. And you can't see it there, but we actually have more bookshelves there, and a stereo, and our collection of games. We've got Big Bang Theory, Monopoly, and we've got Set, and we've got Picturica, and yeah, all our games. Oh, and I can just see I found a playing card there. I've hoovered that up. And if you're decluttering this room, maybe you want to go through, you've probably got board games in there too. Are you playing those board games? Are they still age appropriate for the kids? Maybe the kids think the games are too babyish for them now. Ask the kids, are you going to play this game again? The same with DVDs, Wii games, PlayStation games. When we're in Zone 5, this is the time to look through those and decide, is there something that we can give to someone else? Can we donate it? Can we sell them? Maybe you're in a mother's group, you can sell them off. Just do what you can. And you probably in this room too, you have a lot of magazines. I'm working on the books and the bookshelves this week in Zone 5 because I have a lot of old recipe books that, you know what, I never use them anymore because I look up most of my recipes online and I keep them pinned on a Pinterest board. So there's only about 3 or 4 recipe books that, you know, are nostalgic for me and I want to keep. So, you know, try and look at your living room with fresh eyes this week. Right, and I've still got the vacuum in my hand, still got 4.5 minutes left on the clock, and I'm just hoovering. This is actually my favourite armchair, and this is where I am smiling there because I've probably found some crumbs, because this is where, when I'm taking a break, I like to sit with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and have a biscuit, or a cookie, as they say in American. So we've got 4 minutes left. And I think that is me finished for detail vacuuming. So that's that done. And how are you getting on? Are you still going on with your decluttering? Maybe you're doing detail cleaning. Are you cleaning, you know, behind the sofa? Are you hoovering? Are you vacuuming the sofa? Maybe you're taking out all the cushions on the sofa and finding what's underneath, because there's always money in the sofa somehow. And I've got my little cleaning caddy with me, and I'm just taking a quick sip of water because that got pretty hot there with me standing up and doing the feather dusting and then doing the vacuuming. And the next thing I can see, I've got my Flylady purple rag out, and I am just detail dusting the flat surfaces. And I've got the camera set on top of an old chest of drawers that belonged to my Danish father-in-law. That's getting a wipe down and a dust. And then I've got a little table which is beside my favourite armchair, and I've got a reading lamp there. And I'm just going round as quick as I can, detail dusting. I've just gone off to the right there, and we've got some pictures of the children in frames, so I am detail dusting those. There's also a little table with a lamp on it. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, and if you don't get it done in this 15 minutes, doesn't matter. If you've got more time this week, take another 15 minutes. And if you don't worry, because Zone 5 will come round next month. And you know what, these zones, they come around really quickly, but if you can just do, you know, what you can in 5 or 10 minutes in this room, it really is, you're going to see a huge difference. And can you see, you know, we've been working for about 13 minutes, and I have detail dusted the ceiling, I've detail vacuumed this room, and now I'm detail dusting, you know, with my dust cloth, with my duster. I'm just getting into all the nooks and crannies that I don't normally do. Oh, and I was just doing my little Liberace part on the piano there. I love when I've been detail dusting the piano just to, you know, play all the keys. And I'm getting back to doing, oh yeah, I'm doing where the television is. Just giving that a wipe down. What else can I do? Oh, another occasional table that can be dusted too. Okay, so we've got about a minute left on the clock. Keep going, you've done really well. You've been cleaning or decluttering for 14 minutes. I'm just going to check the timer. Yeah, we've got a minute to go. So keep going. If you have finished in this room, you know, sit down, take a break. I've got my rug ready on my favourite armchair for when we're finished. And I am just, let me see if I can find something else to dust in the last half a minute or so. Oh yeah, I can see that I have found some DVDs which can be put away back in their boxes. And just keep going, we've got about 20 seconds. I've got my little cleaning caddy and my feather duster, so that can go away. I'm basically done in here. Yep, we've got about less than 10 seconds now, so I'm just going to put away my cleaning things. There we go. And there we go. The timer is gone. Well done.